It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this is the official Vergil Ortiz versus Fredrick Lawson post-fight review, and there's not a ton to review. Vergil Ortiz gets a first-round stoppage, a very controversial stoppage. I mean, Tony Weeks he's already on some BS the first week of 2024. We can't even have 1 week apiece in boxing. He was the same ref that had that horrible stoppage in the Ismael Barroso Rolly fight last year. Now this. So, Pops, before I chime in on the fight and the performance, give me your thoughts on what happened with Vergil and Lawson.
I would like to see more from Vergil, more rounds to see how his activity looked. But I'll tell you one thing. I think it was a bad call by the referee stopping the fight as he did. I didn't really see this guy hurt Lawson. He was very alert and everything. So it's a shame that it seems like we just left 2023 and we're back in 2024 with the same bullshit.
Yeah, and you said it right. You said it right. Look, man, Lawson was a big underdog, so it's not like I'm saying that he would have won the fight if the stoppage didn't happen. But you know, look, I have respect for fighters at all levels, and you know, this is a guy in Lawson who the politics are now on his side. He had to win a fight against Esteban Villalobos last year where he was an underdog to get this opportunity. So at the bare minimum, you want to see a guy like that get a chance to at least go out on his shield and behave like a fighter. But what Weeks did is take that opportunity away from Lawson, and he also took that opportunity away from Vergil Ortiz to put an exclamation point and get the fans even more excited about what he has coming up in the future. So it's just like, you hate to see stuff like that. And I'll tell you this, before I get into the fight and just what's next with Vergil. Kenny Bayless just retired. I would like Tony Weeks to follow right behind him and do the same thing because it's happening too much. With this fight, Barroso versus Rolly, back to Ward Kovalev too. It's just every time he's in the ring, there's always a high probability some bullshit's about to pop off.
Well,
so
he did say to his, I don't know because I didn't see it. We didn't see it. He said that he's seen Lawson's eyes roll back. The guy was more. I'm just telling you what he said. Yeah. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, he was buzzed a little bit from the jab. I'm not gonna say he wasn't, but I'm just like, man, just like let the guy have the opportunity to behave like a fighter. You know, I understand your job to save the fighter from himself, but he didn't even get dropped. Dude didn't get dropped.
And what's crazy, you see other referees, even him probably in other fights where the guy's totally getting beaten worse than Lawson.
Way worse.
Never stopped
the fight. You know, so such is life, such is boxing. Yeah. It's unfortunate for Lawson. Hopefully, better things are ahead for him with whatever's left in his career because he's not no spring chicken.
No.
But as far as Vergil, look, from a little bit we saw, I saw it was a textbook Vergil Ortiz performance. I mean, I've said it many times. I'll say it again. Vergil Ortiz has one of the best jabs in the business, one of the best power jabs in the business. Balance is very good, so it allows him to really, when he gets going, let off a lot of punches at one time. And he looked like the Vergil Ortiz of old. It was great. And I think at 154 he's going to be a lot stronger. By the way, this fight wasn't even at 54. It was at a 156-pound catch weight because this is a non-title fight between two, one guy, Lawson's not ranked, right? So you can do that if you're fighting an unranked guy. But go ahead.
I was just going to say, I thought that when I seen Vergil come back in and fight for a while, that he had been inactive, that he was going to be like a little rusty. But it's just like the saying goes, once you know how to ride a bike, you never forget how to ride it. And one of the things that BT has taught me a lot, he said, Dad, if you see somebody with a beautiful right hand, when they throw that beautiful right hand, you have to respect that jab, the right jab. And let me tell you, man, I'm going to go where Brendan says. The right jab, the left jab by Ortiz is so beautiful and clearly that when he gets you, and he's like a shark. I mean, like a shark, it's like when he gets you in the corner,
it's a great finisher.
He's going to finish it, and he's always been like that. And you can see that. So, props to him. Sorry for how the thing started from 2023 to now to 2024, but it's boxing. It is what it is. But good luck to Lawson on endeavors. But I think Vergil's going to make noise with it. It's 154, 160.
Absolutely. And as far as what could be next for Vergil Ortiz, he did call out Tszyu after the fight. And look, we just got off the live and we just surveyed the whole 54 landscape. There's not a lot of attractive matches out there for Vergil. I mean, you got like, they could do like a Spence fight, but that's not realistic because Spence has to fight Crawford, right? And he's with PBC, so you have the whole politics, right? So that's not going to happen. And then, so he called out Tszyu. And I'll tell you like this, not only is that the best fight at 154 to make for Vergil,
wow,
that's one of the best fights you can make in the whole sport of boxing. honestly, because when you look at the development of Tszyu this year, and you look at the kind of fighter he is, his temperament, his mentality, the way he approaches boxing, and you look at kind of what Vergil Ortiz brings to the ring, I know for a fact that fight has classic written all over it. So I hope that, Vergil Ortiz is currently ranked number 3 in the WBA. Number 1 is Israel Madrimov. Number 2 is Magomed Kurbanov. I would think that WBA belt is going to go vacant at some point by Jermell Charlo because he's not doing nothing, right? So whether he's got to fight Jermell or the belt goes vacant, I would like to see Vergil get that title, and then hopefully
him and
fight Tszyu in a big unification fight.
That'd be a great fight.
Because I'll tell you this, I really don't think there's a whole lot of fights we're talking about for Vergil at 54. So to me, the quicker he can become a middleweight and go to the middleweight division, that's really where I think we're gonna see, the real Vergil Ortiz, and there's more potential for him there. There's better fights. Yeah. There's more entertaining fights. It's a more glamorous weight class, more history. People care about it. The division needs top end talent like Vergil. So the quicker you can get a middleweight, the better. But I know he wants to be world champion. He's never fought for a world title. He's never been champion. So we'll see how it goes. But I would love him and Tszyu. I would give the slight edge to Vergil in that fight, just because again it comes back down to that power jab. He's got one of the best jabs in the business, and I think his balance allows him to get off a lot of punches, and he's very strong and has a great gas tank. And I think Tszyu, you need those things. Tszyu, though, one thing about Tszyu that we learned in this fight is he's great at making adjustments. We saw it in the Mendoza fight. We saw it in the Harrison fight. He's a great aggressive counterpuncher. So I think that fight could potentially be not just a classic fight, but depending on where they have it and how it's promoted, it could also be a classic event because you would actually have a very rare, Australian versus Mexican American.
So you say it's a 50-50 fight?
I wouldn't say it's 50-50. I would actually give the slight. I would say it's
you still give the edge
55-45 in favor of Vergil. I'll favor Vergil.
I'm the other way around.
You going with Tszyu?
Yeah.
Oh. So when you get these kind of disagreements, that's how you know it's going to be a great fight.
I've seen Tszyu, I can't name the fighters, but I've seen his fights. Like we just brought out, he makes adjustments.
Mendoza.
And when he makes those adjustments.
Harrison.
Right, but when he makes those adjustments, he can actually go in and attack. And the only thing I would say about Tszyu, do not get in the corner. Do not get anywhere where you're going to get trapped. That's where the shark from Ortiz comes in. But
I'll say this one last thing about Tszyu. Tszyu, I remember I had the honor to be at his media day for his American debut before he fought Terrell Boucher in Vegas. And I remember one of the things he said is that a lot of the fighters he grew up liking, apart from his dad, were the Mexican fighters. So he said one of his dreams in boxing is to one day have a big fight with a big time Mexican fighter.
Oh shit!
So what is Vergil Ortiz?
A big man, yeah. So
that right there, I think is going to be something great for the 154 division. Who knows what's going to happen with Jermell Charlo? He's got. I don't really think he cares about boxing ever since the Canelo fight, so I'm not really too bothered about it. I feel like him and Tszyu should have already been fought, but we're not going to cry over spilled milk. The division will move on. You still got Xander Zayas in the weight class. We spoke about Xander. I won't touch too much on Xander, but I do want to see Vergil versus Xander, but from talking to Peter Khan, his manager, a couple weeks ago at the Espinoza versus Robeisy Ramirez fight, I don't think Xander's in any rush, and then Xander just pulled out of his step-up fight with Patrick Teixeira, so that throws the time off even more. So really, for Vergil, the fight is Tszyu.
Yeah, and I think get to back doggy on the thing on Zayas. I think the biggest thing is being able to I guess they want to see more comfortable.
Develop, which is fair. He's 21.
And BT said it also, even though I disagree, but I think that he can't be.
But he's ranked number 3. He's ranked number 3, so he got to step up at some point.
It's like catch-22. You can't be in the high rankings and don't want to fight and protect that positioning, and you can't say you don't have enough experience and then stay at that position when you should go down and work yourself up. So I'm with BT on that.
So we'll see how it goes. But nonetheless, bad stoppage, but Vergil Ortiz gets another stoppage win and calls out Tszyu. So let us know what you guys think. I want to hear your guys' preliminary thoughts. What do you guys think about Vergil Ortiz and Tszyu? Who you favoring and why? Pops has Tszyu a slight favorite. I got Vergil Ortiz as a slight favorite. Let us know who you got and why. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.